Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about how the ego or the mind is constantly like creating all these illusions in our life. And one of these are it creates like a pursuit. It creates like an idea of getting somewhere, right? And this is in everything. You know, we like the mind believes in a future and a past because it stores memory and it can imagine, right? And what the only thing that really exists is now. And we've never been outside of the now, never. But we can remember that the content of experience has changed. So maybe your body changed, right? Maybe the people in your life changed, your career or whatever, like your external environment has changed, and because of that we believe in time. And this is really, I would say, a hard thing to snap out of because it's so, especially in the Western society, like a time is a big deal. We live in this time and we follow the clock. I'm in Northern Europe, and it's a very time-bound society, and you have to be on time, and we follow these schedules. So my whole life I was living on a schedule, and it started when I was about 13, like this, following the schedules, always being on time, and it really programs you to think about the past and the future. And the mind creates this pursuits, that a promise about the future, and or a longing about the past, where it imagines the past again, or it imagines the future, and it's a distraction that can actually be like a bypass. So when I become enlightened, or when I don't know, get rich or famous, right, or when I get what I want in life, then I will be happy. So we go out and we try to find all the things, right? And I remember for me, my goals, it was like trying to set goals and achieve those goals. Even though it felt like a very big deal when I wrote the goals down, I never became happy. It was a very short term happiness. It was never long term. And there was a meaninglessness behind that, you know, looking for, it was such a meaninglessness in not having that future to look forward to, not having that future time to look forward to, and realize that, hey, I'm in my 20s, maybe this is actually the best time I'll ever get. You know, that was the thoughts I had back then. I don't believe you'd have to be the most happy in your 20s, absolutely not, but it was the ideas I had. And maybe this is, I'm on top of life now, so maybe instead of trying to get somewhere else, I should try to be more present in what I am. And that's actually one of the things that drove me onto this awakening journey without me knowing that's what it was. I didn't know about awakening at all, but getting back into the present moment and trying to enjoy life. And also because in the present moment, I didn't have to worry about some challenges that I had in my life. I could just be where I was and take every moment step by step, like just respond to this present moment, now. And if I didn't think about my problems, there were no problems. Of course, there were things that needed to be handled, and there were situations that I needed to deal with, you can say, but I didn't have to worry. The worry was unnecessary in a sense. And this is when I started to wake up, when I realized I was more in the present moment, and that had more to offer me than reaching my goals. Being in the present moment was more enjoyable than the joy I thought the future would give me. So the mind creates these illusions for us to pursue, and it distracts us from the present moment, which is, in my experience, fundamentally enjoyable, which was from childhood. You can look at children and they don't worry about the future or think about the future. They maybe dream about what they're going to become when they grow up and stuff like that, but they're so in the moment, and they just enjoy the very simple things. They can enjoy like watching, and I feel like I'm back there in many ways. Like I can enjoy watching a pattern on the, like a rock, you know. It's just so simple. But like the loss of preferences and the loss of needing to control life and life to be a certain way, that is, it requires a complete surrender. And there's a lot of resistance patterns here, because there are all these things that made us control life because it was painful to, when we had to, you know, it's a resistance. We had suffering and we resisted the pain, which made us wanting to control, right? This is how the suffering is created. It's because we try to resist it, or we try to resist the pain and we suffer. And resistance is control, really. And to let go of that and just be okay with whatever happens, we think it's gonna take us down, like into a black hole, and this is the end. But that's really where life begins, and it's much more pleasurable and much more freedom and enjoyable and peaceful if you can just respond to every single now. And there's less to worry about, and life becomes simple and wondrous, and it doesn't require your effort. You can just receive it. You can receive it and receive it, including the inspiration to do something, right? To act on something. It's something you receive. And there are always this, like, at least in my own experience, there are deep patterns of resistance that makes us want to control life. And these, I would say, the more you face life, the more of these you will encounter. And it's not because there's something wrong with us. It's because that's a human conditioning, and that's what we've been doing for, it's generational, right? Trying to survive and all of that stuff. So that's a very powerful exercise, to surrender to what is, and to let go of the need to control life, and respond to every moment as it presents itself. And that's, I would say that's part of liberation, at least it is for me. And that's what I had for today. And you can watch my free masterclass and read about my mentorship program in the link down below. And also subscribe and like this video if it resonates. And leave me a comment below if you have experienced awakening and if this resonates with you. And until next time, much love and namaste.